Hi guys, welcome back to Trademanza's weekly series, the stock market recap. In these videos, we bring to you all the interesting things from the market which happened over the last week and where Nifty could be headed in the coming week. So if you remember last week's video, we saw that Nifty had given a very good breakout and we said that the next targets for Nifty would be the levels of 18,000 and 18,200. Well, both of those targets were hit, and as you can see, Nifty broke 18,000 and went up to levels of 18,200 from where it reversed. बट 18,200 के बाद एक्चुअली काफ़ी स्ट्रॉन्ग रिवर्सल आया और 3 दिन में मार्केट अच्छा खासा गिरा है. बट द ओनली रीज़न फॉर स्टेइंग बुलिश स्टिल इज़ कि मार्केट ने 17,600 पे एक्चुअली बहुत अच्छा सपोर्ट लिया है. अगर आप हमारा चैनल फॉलो कर रहे हैं तो आपने ये देखा होगा कि अगर रेजिस्टेंस को तोड़ के उसको सपोर्ट की तरह यूज़ किया जाए तो काफ़ी अच्छा साइन होता है. इफ़ वी स्विच टू सम मूविंग एवरेज टाइम फ्रेम, वी कैन सी दैट एक्चुअली मार्केट ने मूविंग एवरेज के ऊपर गया, एक पुल बैक दिया और अभी फ्राइडे का कैंडल काफ़ी बुलिश लग रहा है क्योंकि इसने मूविंग एवरेज और 17,600 दोनों पे सपोर्ट लिया है. इफ़ वी स्विच टू एन आर्ली टाइम फ्रेम, वी कैन सी द सेम थिंग. मार्केट काफ़ी अच्छे खासे अप ट्रेंड पे है और एक कॉन्स्टेंटली मूविंग एवरेज पे सपोर्ट ले रहा है. अभी भी इसने 17,600 और मूविंग एवरेज का जो कॉन्फ्लुएंस जोन है उस पर पुल बैक लेके वहाँ से सपोर्ट लेके बढ़ना शुरू किया है. So in the coming few weeks, we can see market going up to levels of 18,200 again. अगर 18,200 break होता है, तो then that would be a very bullish sign for the market. And again, we can see Nifty making new highs in the month of April. If we take a look at the option chain though, option chain एकदम opposite story दे रही है. Actually अगर option chain को देखा जाए तो 18,000 और 17,900 के levels पे काफ़ी खतरनाक call selling हुई है, which means these levels are very strong resistance. अगर देखा जाए तो 17,900 और 18,000 levels पे almost 10 से 15 गुना ज़्यादा calls sold हैं as compared to the puts, which means that the big players still think that ये levels पे resistance रहेगा. However, the only thing is कि ये जो डेटा है ये फ्राइडे का डेटा है, इट डज नॉट अकाउंट फॉर फ्राइडेज मूवमेंट इटसेल्फ. तो एक्चुअली इस आने वाले हफ्ते में ऑप्शन चेन से देख के ये भी पता चलेगा कि कौन से लेवल रेजिस्टेंस और सपोर्ट रह सकते हैं. बट अभी के लिए सपोर्ट साइड पे जाया जाए तो 17,500 और 17,600 काफ़ी स्ट्रॉन्ग सपोर्ट लेवल्स हैं. मूविंग ऑन टू सम स्टॉक स्पेसिफिक न्यूज़. एक्चुअली इस हफ्ते की सबसे बड़ी न्यूज़ तो एक ही न्यूज़ हो सकती है. HDFC और HDFC बैंक दोनों इस हफ्ते में अराउंड 10% अप हैं because the companies have announced a merger. The board of HDFC on Monday approved a composite scheme of amalgamation of HDFC into HDFC Bank and their respective shareholders and creditors. इससे क्या होगा एक्चुअली, जो HDFC और HDFC बैंक का सेपरेट पोर्टफोलियो है, जैसे HDFC भी लोन्स देता है, HDFC बैंक्स भी लोन देता है, ये दोनों को कंबाइन करके जो सिनर्जी जनरेट होगी उससे द बैंक्स ऑपरेशनल एफिशिएंसी विल इंक्रीज. The subsidiaries and associates of HDFC will shift to HDFC Bank. Shareholders of HDFC, as on record date, will receive 42 shares of HDFC Bank for every 25 shares held in HDFC. The next stock in the spotlight is JSW Steel. Even in this red week, JSW Steel has risen 3.5%. The steelmaker's total combined volume of crude steel production jumped 37% to 5.98 million tons in the fourth quarter of full year 2022 as compared to 4.36 million tons पिछले साल, और 12% growth as even compared to the last quarter. So double digit growth compared to last quarter and the same quarter last year is actually a very good sign. तो क्रूड स्टील प्रोडक्शन जो है ऑफ इंडियन ऑपरेशन सोल्ड 36% टू 5.88 in Q4 full year 2022 as compared to 4.34 million tons in Q4 21. On a standalone basis, JSW Steel's crude steel production jumped 20% to 5 million tons over 4.2 million tons in full year 2021. Moving on to the next stock, even Tata Motors has a good week. The stock was up 2.5% for the week. The commercial vehicle maker secured an order of 1,300 commercial vehicles from VRL Logistics, a leader in surface logistics in India, to expand VRL Logistics' commercial fleet vehicle in the country. The automaker noted that its commercial vehicles have been designed and engineered on the power of six philosophy with an aim to deliver drivability, total cost of operations, comfort and convenience, as well as connectivity. Tata Motors commercial and passenger vehicles are marketed in countries in Africa, the Middle East, South and Southeast Asia, Australia, South America, etc. The company also has operations in various other places. The logistics firm selected these vehicles on the basis of their drivability, high fuel efficiency, and low cost of total ownership, which will enable VRL Logistics to increase its fleet efficiency. This is what the company has said why it has gone with Tata Motors. Moving on to some Indian economic news. The S&P India Manufacturing PMI has fallen to 54 in March, which is the slowest output growth since September 2021. Inflation worries have dented producers' confidence to over a two-year low. The S&P Global India Manufacturing Index fell to 54 in March from 54.9 in February, with both production and sales growing at the slowest pace in 6 months and inflation concerns driving down firms' business confidence to the lowest level in 2 years. A reading of 50 on the PMI indicates no change in business activity levels. So we can see that 54 is still a good number. That means business is still increasing. However, the rate at which it has been increasing has only been going down over the last 6 months. New export orders received by Indian goods producers declined modestly during March, ending an 8-month growing streak. The slowdown was accompanied by an intensification of inflationary pressures, although the rate of increase in input costs remained below those towards the end of 2021. Specifically, prices for chemicals, energy, fabric, foodstuff, and metals were higher than February, and the overall rate of inflation faced by producers quickened. Moving on to some global economic news, the Fed officials have been weighing pruning their balance sheet by 95 billion a month, and the caps could be faced in over 3 months or a bit longer. The Federal Reserve signaled it will reduce its massive bond holdings at a maximum pace of 95 billion a month. Basically, पिछले 2 साल में फेड ने जितने भी बॉन्ड्स बाय करे हैं मार्केट्स को बुओयंट रखने के लिए, इट विल slowly start unloading these bonds और अपनी बैलेंस शीट को एक्चुअली थोड़ा छोटा करेगी, which will further tighten the credit across the economy as the central bank raises interest rates to cool the hottest inflation in over 4 decades. Minutes of their March meeting released Wednesday also showed that many officials would have favored raising rates by half percentage point, but deferred to a quarter point move because of the whole pressure from the Russia invasion of Ukraine, and viewed one or more half point increases as possibly appropriate going forward if price pressures fail to moderate. So, guys, that's it for this week. Stay tuned to our channel for more interesting news such as this one.